Do not skip this message. I am speaking to you. Yes, you. Heaven stopped you here on purpose. This is not an accident. This is a warning and a promise. If your heart is tired, stay. If your mind is confused, stay. If you feel abandoned, stay. Because what you are about to hear was written for your soul. The angels are speaking your name, and heaven is watching closely. I am Archangel Michael, standing at the gates of divine timing. I guard destinies and protect breakthroughs before they arrive. Today I come gently, but urgently, because something has shifted. Someone just left you their entire wealth, and you still do not know it. Your mind cannot make sense of it yet. Your heart may resist believing it, because the one who left it to you was not who you expected. This wealthy person was connected to your pain, connected to your past, connected to a season you thought was finished. You believed they forgot you. You believed they moved on. You believed nothing good could come from that chapter. But heaven never forgot, and neither did they. You were watched from a distance, quietly and closely. In moments you cried alone. In moments you almost gave up. In moments you whispered prayers you thought no one heard. I heard them. God heard them. And so did this person. They saw your character when no one was clapping. They saw your integrity when no one was rewarding you. They saw your kindness when you received nothing in return. You did not know it, but seeds were being planted, not in soil, but in hearts. This is why the timing feels strange. This is why it feels delayed. This is why it feels unreal. Divine timing does not rush. It prepares. You have been asking God for help, for relief and confirmation, for a sign that your suffering was not meaningless. This is that sign. But listen carefully. This is not just about money. Wealth is not always currency. Sometimes it is freedom. Sometimes it is access. Sometimes it is release and restoration. What was left to you carries authority and responsibility with protection. Because this transfer was approved in heaven. You were chosen, not because you were perfect, but because you were faithful while broken. You stayed kind when you were hurting. You stayed humble when you were overlooked. You stayed praying when nothing changed. Heaven took notes. Do you remember the nights you felt forgotten? Do you remember the moments you questioned your worth? Do you remember asking God why others were blessed before you? Those tears were counted. Those tears became testimony. Those prayers became permission. What you thought was loss was alignment. What you thought was delay was protection. The person who left this wealth was watching your obedience. They were measuring your heart, not your hands. They saw how you forgave when you were never apologized to. They saw how you kept loving when love cost you everything. You assumed they were distant, but heaven kept your names connected. This person was closer than you realized, closer in spirit than in presence. They were once part of your struggle, once part of your disappointment. They may have hurt you, or failed you, or left without explanation, and you thought that chapter ended in pain. But God rewrote the ending, quietly, without announcing it, without warning you first, because if you knew too early, it would have crushed you, or distracted you. So heaven hid it, until your heart was strong enough to receive it. You were being prepared for something big, not just to receive it, but to steward it. This blessing is not random. It is strategic. It is positioned to arrive when you no longer beg, when you no longer chase, when you finally trust God even without proof. That is when heaven releases weighty things. This wealth carries healing. It will close wounds you never spoke about. It will restore dignity. It will quiet survival mode. But listen to me closely. Do not fear it. You are protected. No weapon formed against this transfer will prosper. Jealousy will not stop it. Confusion will not cancel it. Legal delays will not destroy it. Spiritual interference is already blocked. I stand guard over what is coming. The angels are already moving pieces. Documents are aligning. Names are being spoken. Doors you did not knock on are opening. Favor is speaking where you are silent. You may feel unworthy. That is normal. You may feel shocked. That is human. But heaven is calm, because this was decided long ago, before the betrayal, before the loneliness, before the season you barely survived. God already saw this moment, and He said, they will need this. Not just the wealth, but the reassurance that they were never forgotten, that their story was always known. This is your confirmation. You are not late. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are exactly on time. And heaven is still with you. Rest now. Breathe. Trust what you cannot yet see. Because what is coming will make sense of everything. Stay close. Listen to the next message. Another whisper is already prepared for you. Before you sleep tonight, know this. Heaven is standing watch. You are not walking alone anymore. Even when the room is quiet, even when your phone is silent, even when answers feel far away, the silence is not absence. It is anticipation. Something is being finalized. Something is being sealed. You may notice strange confirmations, small signs, repeated numbers, unexpected calls, names you have not heard in years, dreams that feel too real. Do not dismiss them. The angels are arranging details. You are stepping into a protected season, a season where loss no longer defines you, a season where lack releases its grip, a season where peace replaces panic. What is coming will not expose you. It will cover you. It will not overwhelm you. It will stabilize you. You will not lose yourself. You will finally find yourself again. The weight you have carried will lift. The fear you hid will soften. Your body will rest differently. Your spirit will breathe again. This inheritance is not a reward for striving. It is mercy for surviving. It is heaven saying, you made it. You endured what should have destroyed you. And you remain soft. That is why we trust you. People will ask how it happened. You will not need to explain. Your peace will speak for you. Your calm will testify. You are about to witness justice without revenge, provision without begging, closure without confrontation. God is doing it quietly, because loud miracles attract unnecessary eyes. And this one must stay protected. Be careful who you tell. Not everyone celebrates what they did not help build. Guard your heart. Guard your joy. This blessing is still fragile in the natural, but it is unbreakable in the spiritual. I am standing with you. Sword drawn. Nothing meant for you will be stolen. Nothing assigned to you will be delayed further. What was hidden is emerging. What was withheld is being released. You will look back and understand why it had to be this way, why it had to wait, why it had to come through them. Until then, trust the whisper. Trust the timing. Lay your worries down. You have done enough. Rest now. Heaven is working. And when you are ready, listen to the next divine message. Another truth is waiting to meet you. And hear this gently. What is coming will not arrive the way you imagined. It will feel sudden, almost unreal. One moment you are managing. The next moment you are chosen. Do not panic when the shift happens. Do not second guess the blessing. Shock does not mean danger. It means breakthrough. You have lived so long in survival. Abundance may feel unfamiliar, but heaven trained you quietly, through patience, through restraint, through unseen endurance. That training was not wasted. It was preparation. You learned how to carry weight without pride, how to give without being asked, how to stay grounded when life shook you. That is why you can be trusted now. Some will misunderstand your rise. Let them. Some will rewrite the story. Let them. You do not need to defend what God authored. He will speak for you. What matters is what happens inside you. Do not let fear rush your decisions. Move slowly. Pray quietly. Let wisdom lead louder than excitement. This blessing is meant to last. You are not being elevated to escape people. You are being positioned to bless correctly. There are lives connected to your obedience. Doors that will open because you said yes. Cycles that will end because you stayed faithful. You are becoming an answer to prayers you never heard. This is bigger than your comfort, but it will bring comfort. Bigger than your dreams, but it will fulfill them. When doubt whispers, remember this. Heaven does not make mistakes. When fear returns, remember this. You are protected on all sides. When the past tries to speak, remember this. That chapter already served its purpose. You are not going backward. You are stepping forward with understanding. Tonight, sleep without forcing answers. Tomorrow will reveal what today cannot. You are safe. You are seen. You are being guided even now. And this is only the beginning. Stay close. Listen again. Another divine whisper is waiting for you next. There's one more thing you must understand. This transfer is not about proving anything. You do not need to prove your worth now. Heaven already did that. You spent years explaining yourself. Years shrinking so others felt comfortable. That season is ending. Quietly but completely. What is coming will change how you see yourself. Not with pride, but with clarity. You will finally understand why you never fit in small places. Why ordinary paths felt heavy. Why your spirit always reached for more meaning. You were built to carry weight. Not just financial weight, but spiritual weight. Influence. Responsibility. Compassion with authority. This is why opposition surrounded you early. This is why confusion tried to exhaust you. The enemy sensed what was assigned to you, but could not touch it, because heaven sealed it. Long before now, you survived what should have hardened you, yet you stayed tender. That tenderness is your strength. Do not lose it. Money will not change who you are. It will reveal who you have always been. If you stay aligned, if you stay humble, you will notice a new peace settling in. A quiet confidence, not arrogance. Assurance. You will stop chasing validation, because provision will speak for itself. You will stop explaining delays, because results will answer questions. Be patient with yourself during the transition. Identity shifts take time. You are leaving survival thinking and entering stewardship thinking. Old habits may resist. That is okay. Grace will guide you through it. Wisdom will meet you as you ask. You are not expected to know everything, only to stay connected. Pray before decisions. Pause before promises. Listen more than you speak, and trust the peace inside you. If something feels rushed, wait. Heaven is never in a hurry. What is meant for you will not escape you. What is not will lose its appeal. You will recognize alignment by peace, not pressure. I am still with you, closer than you feel, watching every step, guarding every door. When the moment arrives, you will know. Your spirit will recognize it before your mind does. Until then, remain still, remain grateful, remain expectant without anxiety. This is the posture of trust. Your miracle is not fragile. It is anchored. Your future is not uncertain. It is supervised. And your story is not ending. It is opening. Stay here. Listen again. And now I speak to the part of you that still hurts. The part you hide behind strength. I see the disappointment you never voiced. The prayers you stopped repeating. You told yourself to be realistic, to expect less. But heaven never adjusted the promise. Only the timing. What wounded you did not disqualify you. It refined you. You were stripped of illusions, so you could receive truth. You were emptied of false support, so real provision could find you. You thought the breaking was punishment. It was alignment. You thought the silence was rejection. It was protection. Some things could not follow you where you are going. Some people could not survive the shift. That was not cruelty. That was mercy. If they stayed, you would have shrunk. If they stayed, you would have compromised. So God allowed distance, so destiny could breathe. Do not romanticize what nearly destroyed you. Honor the lesson and release the pain. You are not meant to carry grief into abundance. You are meant to arrive healed. Let forgiveness finish its work. Not for them, for you. So your hands are clean when they receive. There is a moment coming when clarity will settle, and you will exhale deeply. You will say, "Now I understand." Not with bitterness, but with gratitude. That is healing. Heaven delights in restoring hearts, not just circumstances. You will love again without fear, trust again without losing discernment, dream again without panic, build again without exhaustion. Because this time, you are not alone. You are supported, seen, covered. What is approaching your life will not demand you bleed for it. It will meet you in peace. You will not have to chase it. It will find you. You will not have to beg. It will be offered. You will not have to explain your worth. It will be recognized. And when it happens, remember this moment. Remember this whisper. Remember that heaven spoke to you before it arrived, so you would not be afraid, so you would not sabotage it, so you would receive with trust. You are safe now, even if your mind still catches up. The angels are surrounding your rest. Your name is spoken with favor. Your path is guarded. Your steps are ordered. Nothing is missing. Nothing is late. All is aligning. Even now. Stay present. Stay open. The next message will come at the right moment, and it will make everything even clearer. Until then, breathe. Heaven is near. And if doubt rises again, do not fight it harshly. Just let the light touch it. Even strong faith has quiet questions. Heaven is not offended by your humanity. You have carried hope and disappointment in the same hands. That takes courage. God has seen you believe and still tremble. And He stayed. He did not withdraw when you questioned. He leaned closer. This season will teach you a new kind of trust. Not blind, but rested. Not anxious, but anchored. Not loud, but deep. You will learn to receive without scanning for loss, to enjoy without bracing for impact. Joy will no longer feel temporary. Peace will no longer feel suspicious. You will stop waiting for the other shoe to drop, because heaven has steadied the ground. The wealth connected to you carries legacy. It carries future doors. It carries answers for prayers you have not prayed yet, and provision for people you have not met. You will steward it with wisdom, because your heart was trained in scarcity without becoming small. You know the value of enough. You know the cost of excess. You will not be ruled by what you receive. You will rule with it. This is why the enemy failed to break you early. This is why confusion did not finish you. This is why despair did not win. Because heaven had plans that required your presence. Your survival mattered. Your healing mattered. Your obedience mattered. Even when no one thanked you. Soon, you will notice doors opening gently, not violently. Opportunities arriving respectfully, not demanding. People treating you differently, not because you changed, but because alignment did. Favor adjusts environments. Do not rush to label everything. Let things unfold naturally. Some revelations come in layers. Some blessings reveal themselves slowly. Trust the process. Trust the peace. You are not meant to figure it all out tonight. Just receive the reassurance. You are safe in God's hands. Your future is not fragile. Your story is not random. And your breakthrough is not borrowed. It is yours. Prepared. Protected. On its way. Rest your thoughts now. Let your spirit stay open. When the next divine whisper comes, you will recognize it, because it will feel like truth, and it will feel like home. And even now, as you listen, something is loosening, a tightness you carried for years. You may not name it yet, but heaven feels it. That weight you normalized was never meant to stay. It was only meant to teach you compassion. You have carried others quietly, held space for pain that was not yours. Soon, you will learn how it feels to be held, without effort, without explanation, without fear of being a burden. This is new ground for you. Gentle ground. Do not rush to fill the silence. Let it heal you. You will notice your prayers changing. Less desperation, more trust. Less asking, more listening. This is maturity. Heaven smiles at this version of you. Not because you arrived, but because you endured with grace. Because you did not harden. Because you still believe love is possible, even after loss. That belief is rare and powerful. It draws provision. It attracts favor. It invites protection. This is why angels are near you now. You may feel sudden waves of emotion. Let them come. Tears are not weakness. They are release. You are not falling apart. You are shedding what you no longer need. old fears, old identities, old expectations that were too small. They cannot follow you forward. You are crossing a threshold, spiritually, emotionally, soon, even physically. And thresholds always feel uncertain, because one foot is still behind you, but heaven is already ahead, making room, preparing welcome, clearing resistance. You do not need to rush into the future. It is already moving toward you. Meet it with an open heart, not a guarded one. You have guarded yourself long enough. Protection is now external. I am still here, watching, guiding, intervening when needed. If something falls apart suddenly, do not panic. It is only what cannot go with you. If something delays again, do not despair. It is only being aligned properly. Nothing meant for you will miss you. Nothing assigned to you will bypass you. You are not invisible. You are not overlooked. You are deeply known and carefully led. Soon, your laughter will return without effort. Your rest will deepen. Your decisions will feel lighter. Your future clearer. And one day, quietly, you will realize you are no longer waiting. You are living, and you are free. Until then, remain here. Remain listening. Heaven is still speaking, and the next whisper is already forming your peace. And as you remain here, let this settle gently. You were never forgotten between prayers. Heaven does not lose track of souls, especially not yours. Every delay carried intention. Every silence carried instruction. You were learning how to hear without noise, how to feel without fear. That training matters now, because clarity is coming. Soon you will sense a shift in how people approach you. Not admiration, recognition, not curiosity, respect. Something about you will feel settled, anchored. You will stop explaining yourself mid-sentence. Stop shrinking your truth. Your presence will speak before your words. That is authority. And no, you did not steal it. You survived into it. The wealth connected to you will test nothing. It will confirm everything. It will confirm that humility can coexist with provision. That softness can survive strength. That faith was never foolish, only patient. You may grieve the years you struggled. That is natural. Let the grief pass through. Do not let it camp. Those years were not wasted. They shaped your discernment. You know now what peace costs. You will protect it. You know now what lack feels like. You will never weaponize abundance. That is why heaven trusts you. With influence, with access, with increase. This is not about excess. It is about alignment. You will notice that what once tempted you no longer does. What once intimidated you no longer controls you. Your nervous system is learning safety. Your spirit is learning rest. That is healing deeper than circumstance. That is restoration. You are not late to life. You arrived right on time. Some people bloom early. Others bloom deeply. You are the latter, and deep roots sustain weight. You will carry this season well, because you were built slowly. If fear tries to return, whisper this: I am held. If impatience tries to rise, whisper this: I am guided. If comparison knocks again, whisper this: I am chosen. Not chosen above others, chosen for your path. And your path is enough. More than enough. Soon you will look back at this moment and smile softly, because you stayed, because you listened, because you trusted the whisper instead of the noise. That mattered. Heaven responds to stillness. Angels move when hearts are quiet. You are safe to rest now. Safe to hope again. Nothing is collapsing behind the scenes. Everything is aligning. You do not need to watch the clock. Divine timing is not measured in minutes. It is measured in readiness. And you are ready. Stay open. Stay gentle. Stay near this voice. Because heaven is not finished speaking to you. Another message will come, and it will meet you exactly where your faith is strongest. Until then, breathe deeply. You are covered. You are carried. And you are not alone. And even if your mind asks, how much longer? Heaven answers, not much. What feels slow to you is precise to God. Nothing is drifting. Nothing is forgotten on a shelf. Nothing is delayed by chance. Every detail is being handled with care, with intention, with love. You are not waiting for permission anymore. You are waiting for unveiling. There's a difference, and it changes everything. Unveiling does not require striving, only readiness. You have already done the hard part. You stayed. You believed when it hurt. You trusted when it was lonely. You kept your heart open in a world that rewarded walls. That mattered more than you know. Soon, conversations will shift. Tone will change. People will listen differently. Opportunities will arrive without force. You will sense doors opening before you touch them. That is favor moving ahead of you. Do not rush to label it as luck. This is alignment catching up. This is harvest responding to endurance. This is mercy finding its moment. You may feel moments of disbelief. Let them pass gently. Do not harden against surprise. Wonder is safe again. You do not need to protect yourself from hope anymore. Hope will not betray you this time. Heaven has accounted for the disappointment and removed its sting. What is coming will not mock your faith. It will honor it. You will not feel exposed. You will feel covered. You will not feel rushed. You will feel guided. You will not feel alone. You will feel accompanied. That is how you will know it is God. Peace will lead, not urgency, not fear. Peace. And when it arrives, quietly or suddenly, remember this truth. You were never behind. You were being shaped. You were never ignored. You were being protected. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared. This moment did not come because you demanded it. It came because you were ready to receive it without losing yourself. That is rare. That is sacred. And heaven honors what is sacred. Always. So if you feel tired now, rest. If you feel hopeful, let it grow. If you feel emotional, let it move through you. All of it is welcome here. You are safe in this process. You are held in this transition. You are loved beyond what you can measure. Even now, stay with this voice. Let it calm you, because the next divine message is already forming, and it will meet you with even more clarity. Do not rush away. You were brought here for a reason. Heaven is still whispering, and you are right where you need to be. And if your heart wonders why this feels so intimate, it is because this message was meant for you alone. Not everyone hears this frequency. Not everyone stays long enough. But you did. And that matters. You have a listener's spirit, a watcher's heart. You notice what others rush past. You feel what others suppress. That sensitivity once felt like a weakness. It is actually discernment. It is how heaven gets your attention. Softly. You were never meant to be shouted at. You were meant to be whispered to. Because whispers require closeness. And God is close to you now. Closer than in your asking days. Closer than in your waiting days. Because you are not begging anymore. You are aligning. That is why peace feels different. Deeper. More settled. More assured. You are stepping out of someday and into soon. And soon does not mean rushed. It means inevitable. Nothing can stop what is already approved. Nothing can reverse what is already sealed. Even your past cannot disqualify you now. It already tried, and it failed. You may soon hear news that feels unbelievable. Information that makes your hands pause. Your heart may race, then suddenly go still. That stillness will be confirmation. Your spirit will recognize truth immediately. Do not downplay it. Do not overexplain it. Receive it simply, with gratitude. You do not need to look over your shoulder anymore. The chase is over. Provision is not hunting you. It is meeting you. And it comes with peace, not pressure, with clarity, not chaos. You will notice that old fears lose their voice. Old triggers lose their grip because safety has entered your nervous system. That is a miracle on its own. You are learning how to live without bracing, how to breathe without guarding. That is healing wealth cannot buy. But heaven gives freely. Everything else is addition, overflow. You are not about to lose yourself. You are about to meet yourself. The version of you that trusted God even when answers were silent. That version survived. And now, that version gets to thrive. You are not being tested anymore. You are being trusted. And trust from heaven is weighty, but it is also gentle. It does not crush. It steadies. So stay here a moment longer. Let this truth anchor. You are not imagining this shift. You are sensing it. And sensing precedes seeing. Always. Soon, what you feel will match what you see. And you will smile quietly. Because you will know. This was real. This was God. This was preparation. And this was love speaking softly to you. Remain open. Remain still. The next whisper will come at the perfect time. And when it does, you will be ready. Heaven is still near. And you are still held. And even now, something is settling into place. Not outside you. Inside you. You are beginning to trust your footing again. To feel the ground beneath your spirit. For a long time, you walked carefully, as if one wrong step would undo everything. But that fear is loosening, because stability is returning. You are allowed to stand fully now. Not half-ready, not braced for loss. Fully present. This is what safety feels like. Quiet, unannounced, steady. You may notice your thoughts slowing, your breathing deepening. This is your soul recognizing alignment. This is your body learning peace. You did not imagine this. You are not reaching. Heaven is drawing near. And when heaven draws near, the noise fades. You no longer need to prove your patience. It has already spoken. You no longer need to convince God of your need. He already knows. The movement you cannot see is deliberate. Every step is measured. Every delay accounted for. Every release scheduled. Soon, something will click. A realization. Not loud, but undeniable. You will understand why this had to arrive now. Why earlier would have cost you more than it gave. You were being shaped for sustainability. Not a moment. Not a rush. But a future. This is why it feels calm instead of explosive. Why it feels gentle instead of dramatic. God is not trying to impress you. He is trying to keep you. Keep your heart whole. Keep your spirit anchored. Keep your joy intact. And this blessing, this inheritance, this shift, it is meant to serve your life. Not consume it. Not replace your peace. But support it. You will still be you. Only lighter. Only freer. Only clearer. And that is the real miracle. If your eyes grow heavy, let them. Rest is holy too. If emotions rise again, let them. They are finishing their work. You do not need to rush to the next moment. This one is doing something in you. Heaven does not waste stillness. It uses it. And you are in a sacred pause. A holy in-between. Not empty. Full. Full of alignment. Full of protection. Full of quiet preparation. Stay just a little longer. Let the whisper continue its work. Because heaven is still speaking. And you are still being held. And as you remain, let this truth sink deeper. You are not waiting to be rescued. You are being welcomed. Welcomed into a season that does not require proving. Welcomed into a life that does not demand survival. You spent so long holding everything together. Soon, you will learn how to receive support without guilt. That will feel unfamiliar at first. Be patient with yourself. You learn strength early. Rest is learned later. Heaven is teaching you rest now. Not an activity, but trust without tension. You will notice that your instincts are sharpening. Not louder, clearer, more discerning. You will know when to move and when to wait. You will feel when something is aligned and when something is not. This clarity is a gift. Use it gently. Do not rush to explain it to others. Not everyone understands quiet authority. Some people only recognize noise, but heaven recognizes stillness, and heaven recognizes you. The wealth, the transfer, the inheritance, it is already real in the unseen. That is why your spirit feels calmer, why fear is losing its urgency. You are catching up to what God already settled. Soon, gratitude will replace vigilance. Joy will replace anticipation. You will wake up one morning and realize you are no longer bracing. You are simply living. Living without rehearsing loss. Living without calculating survival. Living without shrinking your hopes to avoid disappointment. That freedom is priceless, and it is yours. You earned it through endurance, through humility, through choosing faith when bitterness was easier. Heaven noticed, heaven remembers, and heaven responds in ways that last. So if tonight feels different, honor that. If peace feels closer, welcome it. You are not imagining the shift. You are sensing alignment, and alignment always precedes manifestation. Stay open. Stay grounded. Do not rush ahead of grace. Let it meet you naturally. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. And everything you need will arrive exactly when your hands are ready to hold it. Until the next whisper comes. Rest in this one. You are chosen. You are protected. And heaven is still speaking your name.